Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Sports Extra. I'm your host Ahmed Nawaz with the latest roundup of sports today. Let's take a look at what we're discussing. First of all, live action continues. Pakistan versus Zimbabwe. The third and final T20 International of Pakistan's tour to Zimbabwe takes place today. It's underway right now. All the live action, you can catch it on PTV Sports. Pakistan, after winning the toss, opted to bat first and they were in a bit of trouble. They still are. They're about 60 for 4. So we'll talk about that in detail as well. And of course, Pakistan making 4 changes to the side that took part in the first 2 T20 internationals as well. So Pakistan, of course, has made those changes in order to give more game time. But I would have loved one more if Usman could have been rested and Hasibullah could have been given a game. I think that could have been, do something out of the box and extraordinary. And that's what we believe in. But obviously, still a lot to go. About 10 overs have been completed and still enough time for Pakistan to make amends as well. Remember, the average score in this ground is 155. So we'll talk about that. And obviously, in the second time, the wicket tends to get a bit slower. Today on the pitch report, we saw as well that there are a lot of cracks and it's deteriorating now, obviously. With the passage of time, the entire series has been played on this ground. So we'll talk about that. Then, of course, we move on and we discuss some more particular things on Sports Extra. We give you all the latest updates in regarding Pakistan's case as well. Now, Pakistan's tour to South Africa is all set and we're going to be talking about all the inclusions, exclusions. The squad has been announced for T20 internationals, which take place first. Then we've got the One Day International Series and then the Test Series. So we talk about that in detail as well. Then, of course, we give you an update about the recently concluded hockey as well, and of course in the Hockey Junior Asia Cup, Pakistan has lost to India in the final, but it's still been a stellar performance for Pakistan. Unfortunate that we lost the final, and that wasn't the case as well. So that's what we're discussing on the show in detail. Time now to introduce our guests. Of course, first of all, joining us in studios is our sports expert, cricket commentator, international broadcaster and presenter, K. Asif Ahmed. Assalamu alaikum, how are you?
Walaikum Assalam Ahmed, I'm very well, thank you.
We've also been joined by fellow anchor and expert Sayyid Mohammad Awais. Assalamu alaikum, how are you?
I'm good. Walaikum Assalam Ahmed. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you for joining us. And we've also been joined by first-class cricketer and cricket expert Kashif Majid. Assalamu alaikum. How are you, Kashif?
Walaikum Assalam Ahmed. Perfectly all right.
And as I said, live action continues. You can catch it all on PTV Sports. We'll, of course, give you all the updates as well. And so far, in about 10.2 overs, Pakistan is 71 for 4. They just had a boundary and a single off this over so far. Salman Ali Agha, the skipper, is at the crease along with Qasim as well, who's actually faced 12 deliveries for his 15 runs as well. Sikandar Raza in the bowling, and this is where you see the running between the wickets. Probably a chance for a run out, a lazy bit of fielding there as well. But then again, like I said, this is a good note to close the series with a 3-0 and give chances to all of those who have not so far batted as well. Asif, what would you like to add about Pakistan today?
Ahmed, I'm a little bit concerned about Sahibzada Farhan. He has a stellar first-class career, getting chances, but once again, failed to perform, even underrated team like Zimbabwe. So I think, first of all, I would like to talk about either now people have started this debate that is he an international stuff or not. For me, I think, to be honest, that if you see his stats as first-class player, fantastic record, over 40 average. In T20s, he performed well. But on international level, he has been failing again and again. I don't know, might be he's under pressure. I don't know what's going on. But earlier, he got chance on number 4, number 5. And you were the one who were supporting him for the opening space. Now he got a chance as an opener, again failed. Usman Khan.
But why not 3 games? Why 1?
Well, see, Umar bin Yusuf was performing well and he was waiting and he was knocking at the door of the BCB. So on his place, another youngster got a chance. So I think that the rest of the players like Saim Ayub and Abdullah Shafiq, they were getting chance. So I'm not saying that why you have given him chance. I'm saying that why he is not performing well. That's the question for me. Might be, so if you talk about his technique, I'm okay with his technique. If you talk about his domestic career, fantastic. So I don't know, might be he's under pressure. I don't know what's going on in his mind, but he is failing again and again. And it's a big question mark for his career, for his future, that if you're not performing well, even teams like against like Zimbabwe, then how could Pakistan Cricket Board manage you for the future tours? First thing. And secondly, once again, you know that now Pakistan is in good position. We have got 2 victories and we're looking towards the 3rd victory. Salman Ali Agha is up there.
Right, Asif will go towards a short break, but stay tuned, we'll be right back. So of course we're discussing that Pakistan is a good opportunity for them now. They've given chances to a couple of these players as well. Asif has also highlighted certain players who have been given chances but have been very unfortunate as well. But it's time now to move on. So Kashif, how would you analyze Pakistan's squad today? 4 changes that have been made, considering that we also know what's the T20 squad for the next series. We'll be moving on to that in a bit. But right now Pakistan's batting is underway.
And I guess it's curtains for Qasim Akram, most probably playing a cut against Ryan Bird. So most probably if that catch is a neat one, then there's the 5th wicket.
Yes, so 5th wicket has fallen on 82 runs for Pakistan in the 12th over. Yes.
So let's talk about Pakistan's batting first. Ahmed, can we change the question now? Because the question you asked was out of course.
Now, Kashif, how much time is it left?
Okay, so 82 for 5. I still believe, Ahmed, before answering the question, I still believe it's a wonderful opportunity provided by Pakistan Cricket Board to all these youngsters who've been knocking at the door of Pakistan cricket team for quite some time now. All these names, we were talking about those names in this show on different platforms, that these are the guys who can be termed as the future of Pakistan cricket, and now this is their opportunity to perform under a certain pressure, because at times when you play first 2 or 3 matches for your national side and international cricket, there are certain butterflies in your stomach. So you feel those, and this is what we are facing. These guys are facing now. For instance, let's talk about Irfan Minhas right now. He's in the crease. The moment he faces first ball international arena, all those pressures, all those excitements, all those inspirations he has throughout his early childhood, those becomes a reality. So how to cope up with it, that is very important, and most probably right now this is a classic series for Pakistan, all these youngsters, to be part of the Pakistan squad, to be part of the national side, and to wear those greens of Pakistan.
But Kashif, the curious case of Sahibzada Farhan, as Asif also mentioned, he's been given one game. He was immediately given a game in Australia, and we saw what happened there. But would it be better if you could have given him those 3 games as an opener, these ones, this series?
I'm not sure what's the message given to Sahibzada Farhan when he's opening the innings for Pakistan. He's a player who can play traditional cricket, who can play quality, the bookish cricket, we say it, very easily, and he has got the shots all around the wicket. So why to rush? Why to be in so much hurry that he wanted to score, I guess, 100 runs of first 6 overs? This is just not it. This is just not Sahibzada Farhan. So most probably when we talk about Sahibzada Farhan, the way he is playing, this is not the Sahibzada Farhan we know. Second important thing, I am totally agree with you. It's very important that when you talk about a player, there should be a consistent chance given to him. Everybody will talk about the number of matches Sahibzada Farhan has played without scoring an exceptional innings or without performing exceptional, but nobody knows the amount of distance or the amount of time in between those matches. He's been rested so many times, he's been on the bench so many times, and then he got a call pretty early in the morning that he is playing today. So this is where it's very important that as a player, you want clarity of thoughts, clarity of mind, and clarity that you'll be playing this complete series no matter what the circumstances are.
Well, certainly, but I think it's an opportunity where Pakistan would also agree that I think all 11 of our batters are going to be tested today, but it's going to be a funny occasion for Pakistan once again. But so far so good. There's still plenty of overs left and plenty of wickets that you can post a decent total. How Zimbabwe react is going to be the key, but something for our bowlers to bowl at once again. How would you analyze this, Wes, so far?
The series is quite good for Pakistan, especially if you talk about the players who actually, like what Kashif even said, that who have been performing consistently well in the domestic structure. They really wanted to go over here, and Pakistan has done a superb thing over here. At least you made some rested for the senior players, because one thing was clear, that Pakistan Cricket Board, what Pakistan Cricket Board wants to do is that make some backup team, make some backup players, and that has been successful, because many of your players had one thing in the mind that, okay, fine, we are the permanent part of Pakistan, whatever happens. But this is not the scenario now. You have got young talent performing really well in your limited overs. One thing is good, that for T20, you have got 1.5 years. So there's time to make some chops and changes. But the biggest thing for today's match, I would say, it's Salman Ali Agha, how he performs over here, because as a captain, everyone has been speaking about him. Ahmed Bhai, he looks under pressure because of his individual performance, I would say, but in the previous match, he was really good captain, because the way Pakistan team just attacked on the Zimbabweans, got early wickets. Sufyan Mukim was superb, but as an individual, he needs to perform over here. Little bit, I would say, for Qasim Akram,
57 all out. 57
all out, yeah.
What kind of captaincy are you highlighting for us?
So
57 all out.
See, it's not about that. It's about the strategy, I would say, because you just need to, little bit, I would say, the way he used Sufyan Mukim, because everyone, before Sufyan Mukim had debuted for Pakistan, I remember everyone had to say one thing was that Sufyan Mukim is not an experienced player. He will take some time to just get settled in the Pakistan team. But the way he performed in the previous match, that was superb thing, I would say. The way Salman Ali Agha took the team. Still, there are questions on his captaincy, I would say. A biggest question is that, as a Pakistan cricket board, you really was in a shock. Even I was in a shock to see a guy is a vice captain for you in T20s. In a South Africa series, he's not a vice captain. What is this thing going on? Because when you talk about stability in the cricket board, in your team, you need to have a stability in your team. I mean, he's not a vice captain. You don't know who will be the vice captain of Pakistan. That's the biggest thing over here right now. But coming back, Qasim Akram specifically, I would like to speak about him because he was a guy for the under-19, if I speak about, who batted at number 1 down, 2 down position for the Pakistan under-19s. Even in domestic structure, he has been batting in the middle order. Getting him to bat at number 5th position, for me, it was a little thing because this was a position where you really need someone kind of a player who has got a good average, who has got a good strike rate and who can just assess the situation because he's a new candidate. So chops and changes in the batting order, little bit I would say Pakistan has been a concern for me.
Well, the concerns are certainly there, but then again, I think he is the vice captain for Pakistan. Let's keep it simple. There's no other person who's been announced. So most probably Pakistan is going with this case, but then again, I foresee that there must be somebody, and it's very concerning for me. We're going to move on to the South Africa topic in a bit, that Pakistan and Zimbabwe has brought 17 players to the squad, but once they're moving to South Africa, just clinical 15 players. That's it. They're not discussing anyone else. So I think that really is something that we talk about, but majority of these players are those who are not in your plans for the South Africa series. So that also sets the precedent very high. But if we've got 1.5 years to work for the T20 World Cup, then we better work on our strike rates and everything, because then again, batting has been a problem for Pakistan. But Zimbabwe, for their case as well, I think it's been an utter disappointment. They lost the first one, they lost the second one miserably. That is something they probably don't want to repeat. But right now, is there a total, Asif, which you believe is something that Pakistan should be going at right now?
Well, I think that it's right now 86 for 5. Salman Ali Agha is 30 not out, and Arafat Minhas is there. So I think that I'm looking forward to get 150, around 150 and 160 in next 7 hours. If Salman Ali Agha would be there, then I'm quite sure that he has an ability to hit some big shots. You were talking about his captaincy, and you asked that 57 all out, what was the captaincy? Actually, he has used the 6th bowler, that was Sufyan Mukim. If you let me recall that, with those bowling figures from the Sufyan Mukim, he was the 6th bowler there. Secondly, we had a good debate about his captaincy. You told and you shared his T20 stats. Yes, not impressive, but once again, if we talk about the 4-day cricket, he's been impressive in domestic cricket. Who's the vice captain in Pakistan cricket team for the South Africa tour? I do remember then Bangladesh was visiting to the India. They didn't have the vice captain, and they requested to Virat Kohli to become as a vice captain, but he refused. Then Jasprit Bumrah was the vice captain, and in the absence of Rohit Sharma, Jasprit Bumrah was leading. So that's how you go and bring new players and give them an opportunity to get the skills how to lead your side. And that's why they've given an opportunity to Salman Ali Agha. 150, 160 would be okay, and I want Salman Ali Agha to play big innings and go not out, and to clarify his position in T20 cricket.
Well, that is something that we still need clarification on as well. We've been talking about this fact. But the debate has now moved on to strike rate. So I think we've stepped in the right zone. We are discussing that, performers have to be given a chance. But it's very simple, Kashif, that, if you look at the past 2 years, Pakistan has played about 43 players in T20 international cricket. They've debuted for Pakistan. 43 players, second behind India, who has given debut to 45 players. But then again, I think the most important is how many of those 43 have come and have gone from the team by playing less than 3 T20 internationals. So the fact is, even if you want to invest in this young lot, we have to think about the next 10 to 15 years.
Agreed. So Ahmed, my question to you and to everybody else is, actually we are the ones, let's talk about the media, the social media and the journalists and all those guys who've been talking about cricket, who are restless whenever they find that someone has performed exceptionally well in XY franchise cricket, and they wanted that guy right now, right here, to be in the team. This is where the problem comes in, because for the last 2 or 3 years now we are talking about that Pakistan cricket is the gateway to Pakistan cricket is through
PSL.
Right now it's through the domestic. Before
Yeah.
a couple of years back it's through PSL or any other league, any Canada league or Bahamas league or any other league. So any league you talk
Kashi bhai,
about.
TikTok league. I remember one guy, he just posted a video and he was selected for the Pakistan Super
And he
League.
played the entire matches of Super League from franchise.
But there's another case. You can invite a chief selector to UAE and pray that he watches your match over there, and then you get selected. So
Oh yes, of course. This is just one case, and there's another case that can Ahmed, I ask a question to Awais on this matter?
Yes, please, please go.
Awais, if it's really it's coincident that you are sitting here. Awais, is it really possible that this happens somewhere in Pakistan or somewhere else in the world?
Well, before you move on to that, it's just been a remarkable comedy of errors. Pakistan has just lost their 6th wicket courtesy of a horrible run out, and if we can show you that live action, you can just watch this run out as well. It's just been horrible. There you go. Both of them stranded in the center, and Pakistan have lost their 6 wickets. Although the keeper had to recollect himself after collecting that throw, he still had enough time to aim at those 3 stumps. He could have even, I think, circled around the stumps thrice and then hit it as well. That's the amount of time he had. But clearly, Pakistan has lost their 6th wicket. Once again, about 5 overs to go after this one. The projected score is close to 120. If they manage to increase that and reach 150, then that might be the case. But this is the run out. Like I said, absolutely comedy right now. It's something that I understand we're not result oriented, but this is something that should have been handled better. And Salman goes back, and Arfat Minhas probably feels the pressure of his debut and ends up being run out. Yes,
I
Awais.
personally feel so. I mean, the thing what you said, I mean, it's about the pressure, because obviously he's playing after a couple of months, I would say.
Oh, so he
because if
came
you
back
remember-
first. So Salman Ali Agha is the one run out. So Arfat has pulled off a miracle on debut.
So captain's gone.
Yeah, so the captain is gone. He managed to come in the crease before Salman Ali Agha. I think this picture clarifies it. So Salman's bat is grounded, but Arfat has made the line before Salman Ali Agha. So somebody's going to have a great time in the dressing room of West today.
If literally I was there, I would never ever go to the dressing room when the captain's sitting up over there. Believe me, because seriously, I know what situation goes on. But I know it's unfortunate for Pakistan the way Salman was really batting well, because it was a due innings, I would say. As a captain, we all have been criticizing him because of his captaincy, but it was a due innings. I mean, the way he was playing over here, it looked that Pakistan might reach 140, 150, but now it's a big trouble. But if you talk about Arafat Minhas, this is the same scenario. I remember. I'm not quoting that he would be a main candidate over here, because obviously this is an international level series. Remember in the Asia Cup in the under-23, this was the same scenario, if I'm not wrong, against one of the teams where he played a very good innings. So it would be on him how he plays up over here, because he's been selected in the Pakistan team and everyone rates him as a good all-rounder too. So let's see how he plays on. But one thing, Ahmed bhai, what you were talking about the Indian team. Before this, I was even speaking to Kashi bhai and I said that looking at the stats, Indian team had around, if you just go 7 months back, Indian team had around 4 players who strike rate was around 140 plus in the T20 I'm talking about. Just 3 months back, now they have around 9 players on the bench lineup in the playing 11, you can say, who have around 146 to 152 strike rate batsmen. They have improvised that. I know whether if they have played in India, whether they have played outside, that's something else. But the strike rate still, I say, it matters a lot when you're playing at the position of 5th and 6th position. There's the position where you win the matches, where you take your tail long with you, where you score big runs.
Absolutely.
Strike rate does matter.
If you could also add to that whatever Kashif said, if you can address that question as well.
No, he didn't complete that. Kashif, please complete
Kashif,
it.
can you complete your
The
question?
question started by Ahmed, and I was the one who was just carry on with this flow that.
Awaaz nahi aa rahi. Hello.
So let's go
Yeah,
on.
sure.
Let's talk about this match. Ahmed, my question still remains the same. Let's talk about the pressure of the situation. Let's talk about the sense any batter has made, And let's talk about Salman Ali Agha's captaincy, because when we talk about the captain, it's the responsibility of the captain to come up as a confident guy and talking to all those youngsters and the debutants, saying that it's your first match but not ours, and it's something you can embrace, you can enjoy. And this is where I think he was just not there, because he himself is feeling the pressure of the performance. He's not performing well. So unfortunate for Salman Ali Agha, he scored 32, but
the call was his. I think a lot of people would say Bachche ne sahi kiya. So I think a lot of people are going to say that.
I'm not sure about the run out. And
But have you been involved in a run out where you've got
Kashif, there will be one more voice from the literally aane to de isko.
But collectively, Kashif, have you ever gotten your skipper run out ever?
I'm just thinking on it. Most probably no. As far as I recall, I am not sure. No, never. I was a good save for them.
Definitely. We're going to come back to that. Pakistan so far have got 5 overs to go. They're 6 down. Hopefully they can reach a decent total and then of course ball at it as well. But this brings us to the Pakistan's tour of South Africa. That is immediately after this series. Let's take a look at the report.
Pakistan Men's Selection Committee has announced the squad for the upcoming South Africa series scheduled from 10 December to 7 January. The series comprises 3 T20 internationals, 3 one-day internationals and 2 tests. Babar Azam has been named in all 3 squads along with Mohammad Rizwan, Saim Ayub and Salman Ali Agha, while Naseem Shah has been selected for the test and ODIs. Shaheen Shah Afridi, who also missed the last 2 tests against England, has been picked for the white ball matches as part of his workload management. Also returning to the test side is fast bowler Mohammad Abbas, who has taken 90 wickets in 25 tests, had a stellar Quaid-e-Azam trophy, claiming 31 wickets in 5 matches. Fast bowler Khurram Shehzad has also been named in the test side after claiming 15 wickets for Pakistan Shaheens. Mir Hamza is the 4th fast bowler in the 15-man test squad. However, off-spinner Sajid Khan has missed out on selection despite his 19 wickets against England. The selectors, after taking into consideration the Centurion and New Lands conditions as well as South Africa as the opposition, have opted for only one specialist spinner, Man Ali, who took 20 wickets against England and has 67 wickets in 17 tests. Also earning the selector's note for the first time in ODIs is Sufyan Mukim, the left-arm wrist spinner who has taken 8 wickets in 2 T20 internationals, including 5 wickets for 3 runs against Zimbabwe. The T20 international squad will depart for South Africa on December 6, while the ODI and Test players will depart on 13 December. Pakistan men's red ball head coach Jason Gillespie will also arrive in Johannesburg on 13 December to supervise the pre-test series.
So there you have it, all you need to know about the squad. So Kashif Majid, it's a complete squad that has been announced for all the 3 formats. How do you foresee Pakistan series? I think it's a real challenge up ahead now for Pakistan, because obviously we're going to see all 3 formats in South Africa.
I guess it's very important when we talk about the performance of the team in South Africa with this current squad. I guess this is the best we have got. Yes, we have provided certain rest to the certain people, and those are the important ones, because provided that they are fit for the Champions Trophy. Else, I guess these are the best available players in Pakistan who can represent Pakistan in South Africa. There is a talk in the town about Sajid. I still believe it's a very right call to not ask Sajid to be there with all those green top wickets, with all those fast bowlers paradise. Sajid has I think has nothing to do there. So it's a good call for him. And he should feel confident that he will be available after winning the Quaid-e-Azam trophy with his side, most probably, because he's doing very well there. So I guess when we talk about this series in South Africa, all 3 the squads have been announced. I guess it's a very good balance.
Definitely. Well, Kashif, thank you very much for joining us and your analysis. Awais, how would you see this tour, and what is the challenge up ahead for Pakistan in South Africa?
Ahmed, for me, the South Africa tour is a decider for you, because you have got the Tri-Nation series after that, and then the Champions Trophy. Hopefully, you get the Champions Trophy schedule coming out, but that will be the main tour where you will analyze and finalize your playing squad for the Champions Trophy. For me, a little bit in the spin bowling option, when I was even talking to you off-air, specifically when you talk about the ODI cricket, I was shocked to see that you don't have neither Sufyan Mukim, neither you have Arafat Minhas. So that's a shocking news for me, because you have to go with the spin bowling option when you talk about the Champions Trophy too, because you start to prepare your backup over there. But looking at the squad of, unfortunately, I know many of them don't like.
No, but in
still-
T20 you do have Sufyan Mukim.
No, I'm talking about the one-day cricket.
One
I'm
day,
talking
yes,
about. Yeah,
obviously one
because
day.
see, for me again, I'll
One
tell-
day Sufyan Mukim is in the squad.
because he's there in the squad.
Yes, he's in the squad.
Because for me again, I will say, Ahmed bhai, T20 you have got 5 months to go on. So you have got lot of time to go.
Definitely,
on.
there's a
one
lot
day-
of time that you can make a team and consistently go forward with it as well. But Asif, it's going to be a real challenge. I think a lot of fates will be decided in the South Africa series.
Well, I think that Pakistan Cricket Board has taken a very good decision that different squad for the different formats, especially when they've given rest to Shaheen Shah Afridi, and they said that we're giving him rest, and it's a good thing from Pakistan Cricket Board to go for the load management. Rest, I think that as Kashif and Awais said that all of the formats, if you see the squads, they're doing well. They've selected good players. Only one concern, I wanted to see the Hasibullah in ODI squad as well, but unfortunately didn't get the chance.
That's very important, that, consistency should be the hallmark as well for these young kids. Thank you very much, K. Asif and Awais, for joining us. That brings us to our next segment on hockey. Take a look at this report.
India defeated Pakistan in the final of Men's Junior Hockey Asia Cup 2024 as Arajit Singh scored 4 goals, leading his side to a final score of 5-3 in Muscat. Starting the match against the arch rivals, Pakistan gained an early lead just 3 minutes into the mega contest through skipper Hanan Shahid. India completely dominated the proceedings in the second quarter as the defending champions struck back-to-back goals to take a 3-1 lead. The fourth and final quarter saw the defending champions outclassing Pakistan by scoring 2 goals, which turned out to be the difference in their score lines. Notably, both Pakistan and India entered the final on the back of an unbeaten run in the group stage and semi-final. It was India's third consecutive title victory at the Men's Junior Hockey Asia Cup. The men in blue defeated Pakistan in the final of previous edition as well.
And there you have it, all you need to know in this report. Pakistan has had a decent campaign. I would believe that as well. I think they've performed very, very well. And it's been absolutely certain that we've seen that Pakistan has been performing well as well. So we just go towards a short break, but stay tuned. We come right back and discuss it in detail. And there you have it, all you need to know about hockey in detail. And to discuss this further, we've been joined in studios by somebody who happens to be a fitness coach and has been with the Pakistan hockey for quite some time. Najib Khattak joins us. Assalamu alaikum, how are you, sir?
Walaikum salam. Thank you, Ahmed, for
Thank you
inviting
for
me.
joining us. Najib, what would you like to add for Pakistan? It's been very interesting. It's been a good campaign. I must appreciate these young boys. How was the overall campaign? And then we'll discuss why we keep on losing to India.
Yes, the campaign was very excellent. The guys performed very excellent. We have 7 to 8 new guys. They played first time for the Pakistan, and the 10 to 11 players, they represent Pakistan on few occasions. So the campaign was excellent. Sufyan was in previous month, he was the FIH Rising Star of the Year. So he execute and he delivered his efficiency. He scored 12 goals in the campaign and declared the top scorer of the tournament. And same, Hanan Shahid. And we have less experienced players, so Pakistan coaches utilize Hanan Shahid in every position. Like when we need to use him in defense, so we utilize him in center midfielder, and we need to utilize him in attacking, so we make him forward in attacking area. So the campaign was excellent. Zikriya Hayat also support Pakistan team in midfield and defense. The campaign was excellent. We need to improve more teamwork, and Ahmed, the camp was totally 20 to 25 days. And the Indian camp was 90 days. So that is the main difference in both teams.
Certainly. One thing that is very particular that we understand and mention here as well, Najib, is that against India, there becomes a huge difference for us, whether it's the senior side or junior side. What is the challenge that when we're facing India is something that occupies us?
Ahmed, I watched whole match. The main difference between the Pakistan and India, that was the game strategy and the game plan. India played a very organized hockey and very structured hockey. You know, the ex-Indian hockey team goalkeeper Surjesh is now the junior team head coach. Surjesh, this is the second assignment for Surjesh. He worked with Indian junior team and he delivered the best plan. You know, Surjesh also played a very good hockey. He is a back-to-back Olympic bronze medalist, and he played with different high-performance coaches. So in 90 days camp, he worked on the players.
Right. Thank you very much, Najib, for joining us. That wraps up Sports Extra for me and my entire team. It's goodbye for now.